All right, let's switch over to the women's side, though. Is Preuss, I mean, in my opinion, I think Preuss has got the yellow bib locked up as well, which is kind of crazy because you mentioned this earlier. I thought we were going to see a massive fight on the women's side. I thought there was going to be this crazy battle for the yellow bib. And I don't know, it kind of seems like Preuss has just got it locked up.
I totally agree. I think this is right now, this is hers to lose. She's been in the flower ceremonies every race. All the other athletes that are in contention right now, like Elvira, Lujan Minot, Julia Simone, they have race results down in the 20s, 30s, even 40s. And I just don't see Preuss, even if she has a bad race, I don't see her finishing that far down and losing that many points. I think we know that some of the athletes that aren't racing right now that are dealing with some health things like Tandrevald and Vitozzi and Davidova, they're out of the race, at least out of the race for the overall. But, look at that graph from Real Biathlon. Like Preuss is just destroying the rest of the competition every single race. It's going to take a lot for anyone to catch her for sure.
Yeah. I was doing some math the last couple of years, and on average, the winner of the overall was scoring approximately 55 points per race. And I know that they've updated the point system and stuff the last couple of years, so it's not comparing apples to apples. But on average, the winner of the overall was scoring 55 points per race. This year, Preuss is currently earning 70 points per race, which is insane. Not on the same level as Johannes Tingesbo in 2023 when he had 19 wins, but just like she is so far ahead of pace that let's assume Vitozzi came back after the Christmas break and was like primed, perfect, ready to go, and won out the entire rest of the season. And Preuss was continuing her just like, second place, third place, fourth place sort of performance. Preuss would win. Same thing with Tandrevald. Tandrevald comes back with the points that she already has from racing earlier in the season, which again isn't so much. After missing this weekend, she's dropped down pretty far. Oh, she's dropped down really far. Where is she? Tandrevald. Okay, so she has 2 races this year, 33 points. If she came back and won out the rest of the season, would not even come close to Preuss. So unless Preuss, like I said, Preuss absolutely tanks after the season, misses a bunch of stages. And I mean, we're kind of saying that like, it's almost inevitable that she wins. Let's not forget the reason she has not won, and the reason she only has, I think, 3 or 4 wins in her entire career is because she's been so plagued with illness and injury that I don't think she's out of the woods yet in that regard. But if she can stay healthy, then I think it looks pretty good for her. But I mean, if she does end up missing a couple races because of illness or something, and unfortunately, I don't think Oberg has what it takes to overthrow her. And unfortunately, I think Jamino this weekend in Le Grand Baron was so bad for her, scoring such few points that, I mean, it's going to take something crazy for Preuss to lose it. But I don't know. I mean, it's like good for her. I think she's always been sort of a fan favorite, but she also just hasn't been there, like I said, because she's been ill. She's been injured. She's always had these issues. So I don't know. She's always been sort of off my radar. Hard to say if I'm like a fan of hers or not, but I will say one thing is like she is super consistent. And also, honestly, the mass start that she comes in second in Le Grand Bernard, that was kind of a masterclass in racing. She was like, I'm not feeling it on the skis. I'm not going to compete with these other girls. I'm just going to go in there, hit all my targets, and see what happens. And she comes in second, leaves the last shooting in first place, comes in second. It was kind of a very professional and mature race by her, because you could see every lap she was just like, oh yeah, let the crowd go ahead of me. Like, I don't care. I'm just going to do my own thing. And it worked out so well for her. So really showed a lot of maturity, honestly.
Yeah. And you can tell when an athlete is like locked in, you have total confidence in them. And that's exactly what Franziska Preuss is doing right now. And to be frankly honest, none of the other women are even remotely close to that right now, it seems like. So I think they're kind of they're not handing it to Preuss, but because Preuss is definitely earning this for sure. And she, like you said, she's been super consistent her whole career when she's healthy. I think that's kind of the biggest, asterisk with her season so far is when she's healthy, and she's healthy right now. But there's still a lot of racing and a long season left to go. So she might get sick, might, have an injury or two here, who knows, but right now she looks, head and shoulders above the rest. This is her race to lose, and if she continues to stay healthy, there's no doubt in my mind that she's going to continue to pull away from everyone else and might even have some like Johannes Tingesbo win margins in the overall come the end of the year.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. We haven't had a dominant woman like this in a while. I'm gonna have to go back and double check, but yeah, maybe we'll talk about that next episode. If she stays healthy and she keeps on this consistency, then yeah, we'll have to go start digging up some historical records to see who was the last time we had a female that just absolutely raked like this. Because it's been so competitive on the women's side the last couple of years that this is almost like uncharted territory for us.